Welcome to Train Signal. You're watching the welcome video for the Windows Server 2008 Essentials course. I'm Coach Culbertson, and in this video we're going to start off with just a little bit about me, your instructor, and then I'm going to talk with you about what's covered in this course. But I also want to talk with you just a little bit about Train Signal and our training style so you know what you can expect. Then at the end, I'll give you just a few last notes so you know what to expect from the rest of the course, and then I'll launch you forward. So let's go ahead and get started. Just a little bit about me. I do have just a little more than 10 years of IT and training experience, although I stopped counting at 10 years because I start to feel just a little old. But I do have a lot of alphabet soup here attached to my name and a variety of Microsoft certifications, as well as a few others in other disciplines. In the middle of my IT career, I decided to take a 2-year tour of duty as an inner-city high school teacher in Chicago at Roberto Clemente High School. Saw a huge amount of success there. I actually saw 78 students become certified in the IT industry. I'm very proud of my students, so if any of my Clemente kids out there are watching, just want to give you a quick shout out. In addition to working with high school students, I've also worked with a lot of adults, career changers, IT folks who are looking to advance in their field. And so over the last 10 years, I've launched a couple hundred careers, give or take maybe 20 or 30. All right, enough about me. Let's go ahead and talk about what's in this course. We're going to start off in the first video with a Server 2008 full installation, and I'm also going to show you how to install a domain controller. Then we're going to dip into Active Directory users and groups in the next video, showing you how to create basic users, groups, how to get them organized. Then I'm also going to talk with you about Server Core in the third video. Server Core is basically Server 2008 stripped down to its bare essentials. I'm going to show you how to install DHCP using only the command line because, well, that's all you get in Server Core. Then we're going to look at file and print server roles, as well as read-only domain controllers. Now, a read-only domain controller, this is a kind of a cool feature. It's brand new with Server 2008 and Active Directory. And for those of you who have branch and remote offices, you're really going to get a big bang out of this one. Then we're going to step into Internet Information Services, the Server 2008 web server, show you how to set that up and how to set up a basic website as well. Terminal Services has had a lot of enhancements made to it, and so we're going to focus in on how to set up what we call a remote application. It's a very cool technique. I think you're going to get a lot of mileage out of it. We're going to look at Windows Deployment Services from a client standpoint more so, but we will also include the Server 2008 deployment aspect as well. And then the last video in this Essentials series is about Server 2008 certification and the new tracks. I'll also talk with you about more cool toys that we'll cover in the full courses. Alright, so before we headlong into that particular video, let's talk a little bit about Train Signal and our training style. We are actually a leading provider of computer-based training in Microsoft, Cisco, CompTIA, VMware, and a lot more. And what we primarily focus in on is instructor-led training on CD-ROM. So you can pretty much take us anywhere you go as long as you have an available CD-ROM drive. We do ship worldwide. We have single and multi-user solutions available. And here's our main website, trainsignal.com. And something else you might want to check out is our free video training and how-to article site located at trainsignaltraining.com. Something that I'm sure that a lot of you are probably interested in on the free side. Let's talk a little bit about our style of training overall. We provide scenarios because we want to provide you with a context for this technology. We don't want to throw just random techniques and concepts at you. We want to ground you and provide you with instant experience so you actually know why these technologies that we're looking at make sense in a particular situation. All of our instructors have a rather casual training style, and we focus on teaching real skills first. It's kind of like having one of us sitting right next to you, walking you through the techniques and explaining the concepts just to you. But we also talk you through the theory and the details, and that's going to help you prepare for any certification exams that might be approaching on your schedule. But probably one of the most unique things about Train Signal is our corporate culture. We really focus on producing the best computer training on the planet. It's not just our tagline, it really is a mindset and a way of life for us here. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get just a few last notes in before we begin. In the 6-hour course, I'm going to use the exact same methods as we do on our full courses. However, there's only so much we can cover in 6 hours. So obviously you're going to get a lot more coverage and a lot more detail in our full courses. But you're still going to pick up a lot of skills in these 6 hours. In terms of how I demonstrate a lot of the techniques and installations that we're going to be doing, I use a lot of virtual machines for demonstrations. And you're going to see me move from virtual machine to virtual machine all throughout the course. Now, I do assume that you have at least a Network Plus level of knowledge or equivalent experience. You've been around the networking experience for a while. You know what a server is, you know what a client is, you know what an IP address is. And so that is kind of where we're actually starting at in terms of our assumptions on your base knowledge. Now, last but not least, I do want to highlight that this Essentials course covers a lot of the new features that are included or have been updated in Server 2008. All right, friends. Well, hey, that wraps up our welcome video. What I want you to do right now is I want you to go grab your favorite beverage and then come back, sit down, relax, and I want you to enjoy our Server 2008 Essentials course.